Hi guys, welcome back to our very empty apartment. In the last episode I told you that Zula and Flame were traveling for a few weeks and I had some major things to get done in this house. Over the last 2 days we have just been emptying the entire downstairs except for the kitchen. As I explained in the last video, this house is extremely badly made. It leaks in the winter and it gets way too cold inside this house. It is mostly a brick house, very little insulation in them. We want to take all of this away and concrete the walls and make them nice, but that's not our major problem. It's heating is the problem. The floor here is concrete, but the concrete floor is only about 20 centimeters thick and then it touches directly to the ground. And here in Mongolia it gets super cold in the winter. Even now that cold is coming right through the concrete, through this floor, and the floor is ice cold. Even when we had carpets in here, the carpets are cold, and it's just, we can't live like that. And Flame, he loves to take his socks off and his shoes off, and he likes to run around, and it's not good. We have this insulation panels. We're going to run the panels all the way downstairs, then covered up with concrete. So we're going to make concrete, we're going to pour concrete over the whole thing, put in underfloor heating, and then we're going to put this wood back. Of course we would like to change the flooring, but we're not going to do that this year until we change the walls, and then we'll put in the flooring. It's great, we've got just about all of the last of the fittings and little mirrors and little things all over the place that we just want to clear. We also took off the door because the insulation, first is going to be concrete and then we're going to do the insulation and then we're going to put concrete up, so it's going to be about 5 centimeters higher. So we're going to have to do some adjustments, but really great to have the whole family here helping out and we can get this job done. We have to have the fire running the whole time to keep us warm. This skirting we had, we've decided to take it off. On the bottom here we need to cut this board. We're going to have to run the insulation right to the wall or close to the wall, and we want to then put concrete, at least 3 centimeters of concrete on top of the insulation, and that concrete is going to go to the wall. And we don't want to submerge this into concrete because later on we're going to change this. We're just taking a measurement line all the way around and we're just going to cut it here so that we can get to the bricks. And then we can start removing the floor and cleaning this all up. We'll get it now. So now we have concrete floor. Just tidying up the last of the dust. We're also just making some wood around the areas that we want the concrete to stop before we start installing all the insulation. And then it's concrete time. I think it's a good thing that Flame is not running around. Really great putting down this foam. It's really easy to do this insulation because it's tongue and groove. We already measured out all the square meterage, so we're just putting it down and it goes pretty fast. But this is drastically going to improve the temperature of the ground. It's not going to be cold concrete anymore, so that's really great. So this is just stage 1 of preparing this house for winter. It's going to make a big difference. We're only going to do this downstairs here and in the entrance. We're not going to do the kitchen. We'll do that next year when we renovate the kitchen. We're not going to do this upstairs because we have a different plan for upstairs, but we'll take that when we do that. Because this is quite a big house and it's only me, Zula and Flame going to be here for the entire winter. So we're going to move all our bedding and stuff down here. We're going to move downstairs and we're only going to live in the space downstairs. So no one's going to be living upstairs. So we can do a bit of renovations during the winter as well up there. We're going to continue, get the rest of the foam all the way behind the staircase, all the little angle cuts, and then we can start putting in the concrete. If you've watched our channel for a while, you'll know in Mongolia there's only one way to make concrete, and that's in the bathtub. The first concrete pour. No turning back now. It means we have to complete this tonight. underneath the staircase is concreted. We have a little walkway between the staircase and the bathroom, and a metal walkway from the kitchen to the staircase. So soon we're going to start to fill up the rest of the lounge area here. We've moved the bathtub out of the entrance, so we're now laying down the foam. We're using the car lights as lights outside so we can mix the rest of the concrete. So this is the tricky thing, is that when they start pouring the concrete down here, I'm pretty much, once it gets there, I'm going to taper, fix the concrete all the way back to the staircase, make it neat, and then I'm on the staircase, and then I can't leave the house until tomorrow. And once they got the concrete done to the front door, they're going to lock the front door and leave. And then I'm stuck upstairs, but that's okay. I have these little walkways. So everybody is outside. I am stuck on the staircase. All the concrete is done, so now it is setting. Zula's dad has finished the last section there of the entrance. So now they're just cleaning up outside, and they will turn that light off and lock the door. So I'm stuck on the upstairs part of the house, but at least I have a walkway to the bathroom and to the kitchen. And I'm going to take care of this tonight, and then of course I need to feed the chickens tomorrow morning, so that's why I'm staying here. But cool, really cool. Soon they're going to go, and I am going to go and get some sleep, and we will carry on with this project tomorrow. Good night, guys. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. It's actually been a few days since we finished off the concrete. It needed some time to cure, but that gave me some time to finish off some things in the greenhouse. Now the company is here to install the underfloor heating. We're going to use a company called 𝐑𝐞𝐚𝐽. We got some good reviews from them, so they're here. They're going to install that. Great thing, I don't have to do it. They're just going to do it for us. Once we got that all installed today, we can start putting the floor back and start moving everything back into place for the winter. Nothing much to do today, just gonna watch them get it all set up and get some heating in the house. Fantastic. So what they're doing now is they're just putting down some insulation mat, and after they've done the insulation mat, they can put on the heating mats. So really simple. It was a very fast job for them to come and put in these heating mats. The total cost for all of this was $490, which is a little bit of money, but it's okay. This is really going to make a big difference to the floor and to heating this downstairs area for the winter. So what we've been doing is just laying down insulation around the heating mats where they didn't have insulation. We just used some of this old silver one that we had. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's just about finished. Now we're going to start on putting the floor back. We're not putting in a new floor at the moment because we're going to redo the walls next year. Then we're going to put in new flooring. It's going to be a bit like a puzzle, but we made notes, numbers on these corner pieces, so we can put those into place, and then we can just fill it up. It's going to be a bit like putting a puzzle back together, but it should go very fast. So once we have the floor back, we can clean it, and then we can start putting all the furniture back. I think we have a really good plan. We got most of the numbers out, so now we can start at one side and start fitting everything together. We eventually got the floor completely done. Now we're just starting to put all the furniture back. That I think is going to take a while, especially since we want to reorganize exactly how it's going to be downstairs, since we're not going to sleep upstairs or live upstairs anymore. We're just going to live down here for the winter, but at least we have the floor heating in, and that's going to make such a big difference. So this is probably going to take a little bit of time to bring everything down, to repack it. We're just going to carry on. Guys, thanks so much. We'll catch you in the morning. Bye.